begin with you, Sushmita, first, because you're from that party. Now, how does this defiance of Mahua Moitra and her constant tweeting spree help the Trinamool Congress? Because Mamata Banerjee has not exactly supported her, despite people saying, why take freedom with only Hindu gods? Why do you think these constant reactions are coming in? Because this has become now fully a BJP versus TMC firestorm. Sushmita.
I'm sorry, this is not a BJP versus TMC firestorm. Mahua, in her own right, in her personal capacity, said something at the India Today conclave, which you just played. The party made it amply clear it's not their view, they don't share it. Now, what Mahua Moitra decides to say in continuing to what she already said at the conclave is between her and all the people who are trolling her. But I want to make it crystal clear that what she said was, I think, improper. There were a lot of reactions. So it was imperative for us to clarify that this was not the party briefing to her.
Yes.
And we definitely distance ourselves, like you all covered, because those are not the views of the party. And that was necessary. That was necessary because we felt it was in bad taste.
Why did you say that this has not become a TMC BJP? Because as it appears, it's definitely become that only, Sushmita.
Yeah, that's what the BJP is trying to make it. The BJP is trying to make it BJP versus TMC. And that's why we very categorically said that whatever Mahua ji said in that conclave is her personal view. So if they want to fight a battle with her, which they are, because it's the BJP and the BJP's supported, supported bodies which are filing FIR, that's between them. It has nothing to do with TMC. Okay, it has nothing to do with us. We made it amply clear, and in a very timely manner, if I may say so, as soon as we found out about it, and we are crystal clear on it. We have nothing further to say on this.
All right, but this is despite how Mahua is reacting constantly. But I get what you're saying. Let's take that.
Mahua is a person. Mahua is a person, in her own opinion, whatever it is she's saying, she feels the Prime Minister said something about what she had said, so she's reacting. Okay. Now, either you should have Mahua Moitra on this show.
No, what I was asking you was the same question. How does this impact the TMC at this point? But I get your point. Let's take that to the BJP. Aprajita, it's interesting how the BJP is definitely reacting to everything that is being said here. But what Amit Malviya said today, just about a short while ago, that Mahua is deliberately showing defiance to diminish Mamta's stature, catering to Muslim votes. Is this an inside turmoil, likely or possibly within the TMC, that the BJP is taking advantage of today?
A very good evening. At the outset, let me tell you that the Bharatiya Janata Party is reacting because the statement of Mahua has hurt the sentiments of hundreds and thousands of Hindus all across the country. And anything or any action which causes unrest in the country, which disrupts the peace in the country, which hurts the sentiments of people, is definitely a cause of concern for the BJP, which is running the government. So I think let us be very clear about it. It's not a question of a particular issue being taken up by BJP and BJP kind of trying to rake up the issue. No, it's not that. We are concerned about the feelings of the people of the country. Now, today we have heard our Honorable Prime Minister, and his message is loud and clear. His statements actually convey very candidly, very clearly, and very emphatically the respect and reverence that we have for the gods and goddesses, especially our goddess Kaali. And he's so very candid. He said we have the blessings of goddess Kaali, and it's because of the spiritual energy that we derive from her that we are able to kind of work for the welfare of the world.
So if that's correct. That's correct. What he said is very interesting. But if the TMC has distanced itself, why is the BJP then constantly bringing in this issue again and again? And making it Mamata versus Mahua, precisely.
Let me tell you, there is absolutely nothing called politics in this particular thing. The issue is that there is a member of parliament from Lok Sabha. She has uttered these words, and in the Lok Sabha, she represents a particular party, and that's the Trinamool Congress. Now, TMC is acting very ridiculously, I would say, very childishly, immaturely. TMC is coming out, all the leaders here are coming out and saying that, you know, we have distanced ourselves, and she is actually speaking in her own right.
Yes.
She is a person who is speaking in her own right. What a statement this is. She represents the party. She fought the election on the TMC ticket, and whenever she stands in the Lok Sabha, she talks on behalf of the Trinamool Congress. She speaks out the mind of the party, number one. Number two, she goes here and there and she talks about many things, and every time she behaves as if she's a spokesperson of TMC. So my point is, TMC cannot absolve itself of the responsibility. You know, it's not a question of me being BJP spokesperson and saying this. Anybody in the country at this juncture would say this and would say that TMC is acting ridiculously.